What's up guys, welcome back to our free-to-play series, part 26? No, part 27, I think. Anyways, we're up against Miles. He's gonna start out with a Gravedigger and Ted. I don't see Ted used a lot on this map. Or at all, really, on any map. But we're gonna go ahead and start out with the Werewolf and a Cassowary. Just to lock down this top position. That way, if he does want to capture it, he has to essentially sacrifice a one drop. He's gonna go ahead and pull out a Bull Mangles. Gonna go ahead and whip out our early NOXIOUS. And then he's gonna pull out a really aggressive fire ant. In case you guys don't know, it's a trapper, and a lobber as well. It's pretty good. It's kind of like, think of Baba Yaga, but instead of just exploding AoE, it also lights those tiles on fire. We're gonna go ahead and just start applying a bunch of pressure. We're not gonna use our poison with NOXIOUS because I'm thinking he's just gonna heal off his fire trap anyways, and then I have to wait about 2 turns to use the NOXIOUS ability again. We are gonna bring a spider though, just in case. See maybe if we could pull some sort of play off. Just gonna go ahead and retreat, and he's gonna pull out a bad sushi. Very interesting Phobies selections from our opponent. But we are just gonna go ahead and NOXIOUS everything. And because of the healing spawn on this map, I'm not too afraid of getting poisoned. Especially our werewolf, it's not gonna die to anything. To be honest, there might be a way it could have died, but actually, does it end up dying here? I'm not too sure. Maybe it does die. Yeah, I think it does. Okay. Which was definitely a misplay on my part, but oh well. It already did a pretty decent job. His bad sushi's poison, his fire and poison. Right here we get a nice pull from the Miss Mofat. We're gonna go ahead and finish off Bull Mangles, I believe. Or no, we actually don't. Instead, we're just gonna prevent the Bull Mangles from being able to escape with our NOXIOUS, while also simultaneously capturing the middle panic point. And because fire ants traps are so scared, we're actually gonna bring out a Doom Doom. He's finally gonna go ahead and heal it off. This bad sushi's as good as that though. Gonna go ahead, advance with our Inoculus since there's nothing pressuring. Move up our Doom Doom just to see what traps he's placing. Go ahead, get our NOXIOUS on the healing spot. And then bring out a Ginsting just to cover a little bit of the bottom half of the map. And things are looking pretty good. Our opponent's playing some really questionable Phobies. Jill and Ted, they're alright. I wouldn't really use them on big maps. On big maps, typically, one movement tile Phobies aren't really the best to use, just because it's a pain to get him from one side of the map to the other. It's gonna bring out a Hevo. And right here, I had two options. I could have either killed his fire ant or his Hevo, but I honestly think Hevo 2.0 is definitely a whole lot scarier than a fire ant, especially since I already have a Doom Doom mount. I'm not too worried about the traps. So go ahead, kill off his Hevo. We do leave our Miss Mofat and NOXIOUS vulnerable to getting killed, but I'm not too worried about that. We're already at a pretty good lead. Well, really, it's just our Miss Mofat that has a high chance of dying. I'm not too worried about NOXIOUS. I don't think it'll die. So Miss Mofat does go down. However, it did take down a Hevo 2.0, which is a 7 key versus 5 key. So 2 key difference, 2 key advantage on our part. And we're also gonna kill the Bat Sushi, so it's actually even better. It's like a 5 key gain that we just got. We're gonna go ahead, position our alligator so that it could either capture the bottom or top panic point. Go ahead and move our alligator down, and I'm not really worried about it dying. He kind of left his bottom half of the map wide open. Go ahead, get rid of that trap with our Doom Doom. Bring up our Innocuous and Cassowary just as backups. However, I don't want him to advance up, so we are going to get the Murder Wing out just to help cover a little bit of the top portion of the map. There's only about one turn left, so I'm assuming our opponent ended up surrendering this match right after our turn. So I will see you guys in the next match.
That is the mark of a master.
Oh, actually, it doesn't look like he ended up surrendering. I think he died from panic point damage, actually. But again, I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, so we're back on Rush Hour again. We're up against Hellboy. And I went ahead and switched the... I don't know if it makes a difference. It looks like it doesn't. I switched it from window to full screen. I don't know if it helps. If it helps you guys better see the map. But it looks like it doesn't. So I'll probably just end up switching back to windowed. Just gonna go ahead, start out with the Hevo and a Razor Mouth. Very interesting. I've not seen many players do that start. I'm gonna go ahead and capture this bottom panic point. Get a Ginseng out just so we can't capture our... Well, he could still capture the top panic point, but this will allow us to be able to contest his Kivo with our Ginseng. He's actually gonna bring out a Rusty, which is actually a pretty good counter to Werewolf. It's definitely gonna deter me from pushing up with him. I'm gonna go ahead, capture that tile up there with our Ginseng. Get our Inoculus out. I don't want him to be capturing tiles for free. And then get our Werewolf to actually just be able to kill the Razor Mouth. I'm not too worried about... Again, I always say this, I'm not too worried about the Werewolf's health. He can just easily heal it back. That's probably one of his main strengths, is that you can use him as much as you want as like a tank. He's kind of like a... If you really think about it, he's kind of like an alligator or a Quagmire. And instead of actually killing it off with our Werewolf, we're gonna send our Werewolf to capture that top panic tile and then just kill off his Razor Mouth with Ginseng and Inoculus. So things are looking pretty good. We definitely have to respect that Rusty. He's actually gonna bring out a Smiley, which is a pretty good play on his part. I definitely did not take into consideration him pulling out a Smiley, so huge misplay on my part. Our Werewolf will essentially go down for free. So since our Werewolf's just gonna die anyways, we're just gonna go ahead and capture the middle panic point with him. Bring out a Razor Mouth just to shut down his Eternal Night. I don't want any of my other Phobies taking the death damage from him. And things are looking pretty good. We're definitely in control of this map so far. That Smiley is gonna be a pain, but it's gonna be a while until it gets here, so... So we do have a little bit of time. He's actually gonna bring out Paddles, which is super annoying with the Smiley, to be honest. If you guys have Paddles and Smiley, consider using that combo. It's very annoying. I'm gonna go ahead and move our Inoculus just to do some damage to his Hebo. And notice how he does have the Paddles in position to essentially use the movement buff on his Erratic to snipe our Inoculus with his Erratic, which it looks like he is gonna do. However, that's why I positioned Cast Worry and Noxious to be able to retaliate against that. And he doesn't even actually kill, so now he has to put his Hevo in the line of fire as well. All of that just to kill my 4 key cost Inoculus. It's not worth it, guys. And he's gonna advance up top. I'm not too worried about the Smiley up there. We are gonna kill off his Erratic first though. Thankfully we have the lava helping us out, so we just gotta bring it down low enough. And we're actually gonna be able to kill off his Hevo as well. So basically he traded, what is that, like 11 keys to kill a 4 key cost. Just not good at all. It's gonna go ahead, debuff our Mother Load. Kill off our Razor Mouse. That debuff is a bit annoying. It was really, Mother Load is really one of the only things I have to counter the Smiley. So instead we're just gonna move everybody out of range. except for our Morty. And then we'll see what he wants to do. He has 10 keys left. However, most of those paddles isn't really gonna be doing much. Neither has the Rusty, to be honest. He hasn't really utilized it. He's gonna bring in a Yeti, which normally I'd be scared of, but it is the end of the match, and I still have 6 keys in reserve. We're gonna kill off his Boo Fairy, because he made a mistake by overextending. Again, guys, I cannot stress this enough. Do not overextend. The paddles is gonna do about 1300 damage to our mother load, but I'm not really too worried. And then it's gonna advance the bottom portion of the map. But this match is pretty much as good as done. Go ahead, get out our mother load's ability. Always cool to see. And finally, that Smiley's dead. Bring our Noxious and Cassowary down there. I'm not too worried about Cassowary dying to the Yeti. Yeti does have a scary ability, however, it's not anything to worry about, especially when you have more phobies than your opponent. We're gonna go ahead, fly our Morty all the way to his side of the map, start applying pressure to his heart, get our Noxious just in case he wants to try to race us. Looking back at it, it wasn't really necessary. We could have just sacrificed her Noxious.
That will leave a mark.
I'm gonna go ahead and kill off his... I believe we kill off his Yeti here. I'm not too sure. No, we actually don't. It lives with a little bit of HP, but that's alright. That's gonna do it for today, guys. If you guys enjoy these videos, feel free to subscribe, comment, like, and all that. I'll see you guys next time.